5 years of music university in 5 minutes. Okay, so do you know how to read music? Alright, so if you don't, research what is a clef, what is time signature, what is the pentagram, what are the names of the notes, alright, what are bars, and then you come back. But let's assume you do know how to read music a bit, okay? So next step is, let's take a look at this. Okay, by the way, this is just an 8-bar chord sequence. This is not like a full music piece or anything, okay? But I use this to study, and so I'm going to go through with you guys, whoever's watching this, sort of like just a chord sequence that I use to practice improvising. And so I'm going to use this to just throw at you a bunch of musical concepts, right, that you can research. So first of all, let's take a look at this chord, okay? What are chords, right? Well, I have F, C, E, and B, all natural. What are natural notes? What are sharps? What are flats? Well, I just use sharps here, sorry. But let's go. So F, C, E, and B means that this is a an F chord, major 7th, with an augmented 4th. Alright, does that sound fancy? For jazz guys, not really, right? But, well, for beginners, that's very fancy. So, research what are major 7th chords, what are chords with augmented 4th. The augmented 4th, by the way, is the tritone. What is the tritone? This is quite a, people say that the tritone is evil, well, but this chord doesn't really sound that evil if you listen to it, and you're going to listen to it at the end of the video. So, the thing is, to improvise over this chord, I use the F Lydian mode, which is very beautiful, right? Not evil at all. But this is a major mode. By the way, what are modes? What are scales? People call it Gregorian modes, church modes. There are a couple of different names. Well, the way that I see is it's C, in the key of C, but I'm like playing the chord of like the F chord. Okay, so I need to play the F arpeggio over the C, the key of C, and that sort of analyzing things that way helps me see the notes on the fretboard and where I can resolve, okay, my improvisation. And so this is a major mode, by the way, because there are major modes and there are minor modes, just like there are major chords and minor chords and arpeggios. What are arpeggios, by the way, right? And so let's see what happens to the next chord. Well, I move to the next chord by moving the voices very smoothly. You might call it like voice leading. Some people call it voice leading. So instead of doing like big jumps, the notes going from here to here, it's more like small steps, right? Small steps. Okay? So that's what I do here. Alright, so just minor seconds chromatically. B goes to A sharp, E goes to D sharp, C goes to B, F goes to F sharp. Okay, and the end result is not an F sharp chord, it's actually a B chord, B major 7th, with a 5th in the bass. So this is an inverted chord. A lot of concepts here for you to research, right? Okay, and this is an F sharp mixolydian because I'm considering the bass note, and that's in the key of B. And then I have to sort of in my head use because the chord is B, I try to use the arpeggio of B, but thinking that F sharp is a very good note to resolve even though it's the 5th, okay, because that's in the bass. Alright, and that's how I move to the next chord and the next chord and the next chord and the next chord. And the end result is it's not a very traditional tonal chord sequence, and then you can research all those concepts again, like what are tonal chord sequences, what are like 2, 5, 1, why is this more traditional than what I came up with, right? And so this is not like very traditional tonal, but it's also not atonal, another concept that you can look for, and this is definitely not 12-tone technique. What's 12-tone technique? Yeah, and so finally I'm going to play that. Well, it's already playing as I speak, but I'm going to play that to you guys, I'm going to play that to you guys, but you're going to notice that my guitar is half step down. Well, you might not notice, but it is, meaning that it's actually transposed. So my guitar sounds half step down to what's written. However, well, you can look for what's like transposition. What does that mean? But on top of that, the guitar is already a transposing instrument, meaning that it sounds one octave lower than it's actually written. Okay, so you can also research what are transposing instruments. All right, so I hope you guys had fun during this video, and I hope you guys like take notes of all those different names that I said, and you can then research what does that mean. Okay, so thank you.